And welcome back to another edition of Grind.Music.Repeat. It's your host, Draquan Hood Rock TV, where it's about that grind. We ain't got that grind with you, we ain't got no time. And it's about that music. If it ain't about music, we really can't use it, yo. And we back again, yo. Shout out to the listeners, subscribers, and all of that kind of good things right there. Just like anytime and every time. If you like what we saying, go ahead and drop something in the comments so we can Grind Music Repeat every day of the week. And we back again. Got the Mutate God.
What's up,
Mr.
boy?
God?
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Mutate. You know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
How you been, bro? Second time around, huh?
Yeah, that's a song, ain't it? Second moving.
Right.
Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, man. I'm lovely today, bro. Taking it easy, man. I had a tough week of work, but shoot, man, I got probably gonna have the rest of the day off. And then we got that Easter Sunday. I'm gonna give me some rest, man. How you doing there?
I'm doing good, man. Down there handling some business. I'm in Atlanta right now.
Oh yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy how I rock with my Falcons anytime,
Oh, you
anywhere.
a Falcons fan?
Oh yeah.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
man. Okay, so last time we talked, you know what I'm saying, we spoke about, like the origins of your story, you know what I'm saying, where the Mutate God came from and stuff like that. So in between this breakup, what probably about what? That was like what, maybe a couple months ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a few months back,
Okay, so let's close down the timeline. What you been on since then?
And I've been working on a lot of things, man. I worked on my cartoon, finally released my cartoon, Welcome to Straw Man, which is network, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
And
that.
yeah, it's on Mutate Network, a YouTube original. So anybody go to YouTube, type in Mutate Network, and you'll see the first 4 episodes of Welcome to Strawlands up right now. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I've been working on the album. You know,
Okay.
the OM3 They Live We Mutate album, which is a contrast of how the world is today. Basically, it's like
Yeah.
a very metaphorical album. It's based off of my favorite movie, They Live,
Okay.
where there's kind of like the powers that be have taken over our whole mind and our signal, and everybody's kind of sleeping,
Yeah.
going with the flow with everything, and not really taking upon themselves to do things in their own manner no more
Right.
because of a secret signal, and I believe that's going on right today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an enjoyable album. It got some joints on it. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm releasing it straight physical. You know what I'm saying? Straight to direct to consumer, or direct to my people anyway. And
Okay.
that's a part. I decided to do that through my new campaign called the 1,000 Album Challenge. It's a campaign that I created to encourage people to go back to really selling physicals and selling their product, especially in our area of the North Carolina and 910, to get
Yeah.
back to selling themselves in a full capacity instead of relying on the hope and the dreams of streams. You know what I'm saying? Because streams is like a false outcome to me.
Yeah.
Because you notice, like, everybody will go after, I got the highest numbers and I got the number one streams, but
Yeah.
you can't never put those streams in your pocket and reuse them to make more money. You can't really
Yeah.
do that,
Yeah.
and especially on a small scale. And
Oh
then
yeah.
even if you're on a large scale, you still not getting your just due if you would have did certain numbers on the larger scale. It's
Yep.
just but definitely from the underground.
Yeah.
You're doing a couple thousand, couple hundred. That
Mm-hmm.
ain't doing nothing for your pocket. That ain't doing nothing to help your career go
Right.
forward, or none of that. So that's what I've been working on, the 1,000 album challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm bringing my album out through. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Me and my homeboy Rudy P,
Mm-hmm.
Rudy, um we've been putting together a couple of docu series on the road to 1,000 albums sold. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing now, and it airs on reels all over the place. We put them on all shorts and reels because they that type of content,
Yeah.
and that's just a journey through what's going on with me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even like right now, we'll probably be filming or whatever. Like me talking to you just to show
Yeah.
people, you know what I'm saying, how it goes about. You know what I'm saying?
So,
So
yeah. said something. You let me get on a couple of those points. The the physical copies of the album.
Yeah,
That's a thing right there. Cause I mean, they a lot of digital projects that are being sold, but it's like it's just more different, a little bit different when you can get that physical copy of it and stuff like that. So like, what's
right.
some of the forms of the physical copies? Like, what you doing? Is it
Well, we
got
did.
CDs? You selling some USB drives? What's something you doing right there on that?
No, no, we did a deal that's about to be announced with this company out of California called Eternal,
Okay,
and they specialize in the NFC market of putting content on physical products, where you can use
okay,
your phone and
oh,
tap it to your you can use the card or the mini
mhm,
CD. What's it
yeah,
called? It's about this big. It's a little mini disc that
okay,
you could tap to your phone and get the contents, and it's secured and everything like that. So you
oh
can't really
yeah,
bootleg it like that. It's
uh-huh,
not like
yeah,
the business cards.
right. Oh
You
yeah,
say
I
what?
like that. I like that. And then it's
Yeah,
just another
yeah,
way to level up too. And then it ain't
yeah,
just the
yeah, yeah,
same
yeah,
way, and then you want to just try to advance and evolve. But I mean, your word mutate. So I mean, I already get
yeah,
it.
for
I
sure.
get it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Yeah, and that's what.
straight to the consumer thing though, like that's a thing
Mhm.
that I've been seeing a lot of people talk about and stuff like that. Like what's
Right.
one of the ways that you get them in? Like, you know what, we're gonna reel them in with this one. How you what how to, what's some of those
Mhm.
marketing promotional kind of things you doing with that?
Well, like I say, the docu series is one.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, music videos is
Yeah,
another thing. Videos on reels is a whole thing. Um, we're doing pop ups too.
yeah,
Where we let people listen. We got a pop up coming up May the 9th at in downtown Fayetteville, and
oh yeah,
we're doing that so people can listen to the product that
mm-hmm.
they potentially want to invest in. You
Yeah,
know, like with my product, if you're an artist, it comes with my ebook that we released a few months ago. It
oh
pay
yeah,
us all packaged inside the content keys and stuff like
mm-hmm.
that.
Nice,
But yeah, that's
nice.
one way we just
They get a
our whole thing is just gather people together, celebrate the music, celebrate, and then
mm-hmm.
if people want to partake, investing into some of the stuff and purchase some of the stuff, they're very well
Mm-hmm.
to do that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah, that's what we're about, just community and building something on a bigger scale and a bigger level that
mm-hmm.
potentially I'm gonna end up starting the Woodboard digital distribution, which is
Okay.
gonna go into that whole system as well. You know what I mean? So
No, you ain't playing with
yeah, we're
you
gonna
ain't
we're gonna try to
business.
maximize for multiple artists and help the different artists out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah,
Not It's not just about me and mine. It's about all underground artists that's in our area, so we can have a head start on this whole thing that we doing,
yeah,
which is changing it back to the direct to consumer model. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, yeah. That's amazing, man. Because it's like you just see so many things, and then there's so many ways that people are trying to emulate stuff and stuff like that. But like back to those streams though, like that I see that streaming just alone is just like promotion and marketing. I
Yeah, that's
don't see
all it is.
like a lucrative way to be like, yo, dude, we can, like you say, we can mortgage our future onto this, or we can
Yeah,
put some of it in our pocket. Like I just see it as a way to where everybody that listen to music, and if they like it on a specific platform, you could get yours up there, and then maybe you could create some new fans. But I
yeah,
don't see no, yeah, that I don't see too. That is other conversation we was thinking about having, man. I be watching your page, what you post and stuff like that, and you speak a lot about the Carolina music scene,
yeah,
and I see that sometimes you don't always get the right responses that it deserves sometimes, but I think that's worth a conversation.
yeah.
Carolina music in general, man. What's the state of the union on that, man?
Well, being on the internet, period, man, you just gonna get
Hmm.
trolls anyway.
Yeah.
As far as like that conversation, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm used to it at this point. A lot of people just
Right.
got the freedom to say whatever they want to say,
Hmm.
and they say it in a random way. And sometimes they don't even say it for a purpose. They say it just for a
Yeah.
reaction. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like As far as the Carolinas, man, one thing that has to be known and one thing that has to be learned, we got to learn how to sell ourselves.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's the problem. Whenever you start talking like that, they don't want to hear that because it becomes hard to them.
Yeah.
Because most people in the Carolinas want to be, for lack of better words, popular and
Mm-hmm.
famous to feed the ego.
Yeah.
They don't want to be profitable. They want to be popular. And
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an underground artist, they are scared to put themselves on the line and put a show together and sell tickets.
Yeah.
And they're scared to fail in that area because if they only sell 10 tickets
Mm-hmm.
and in the venue may have been 100 venue
Yeah.
capacity, they think they're terrible at that point.
Right.
Nah, you're actually okay
Mm-hmm.
because you got to be able to understand where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you understand those 10 people came to see you
Yeah.
and you understand the blessing in that,
Mm-hmm.
then you can go forward. But when you
Yeah.
don't, that's why you don't do well. I just always tell artists that you got to have something that you can sell to them
Mm-hmm.
because music at this, well, it's about to go back now, but in the last 10, 15 years, especially about 10 years, it hadn't been a tangible thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
only been in the cloud and you
Yep.
never own it. We own
Mm.
everybody's album from the Beatles all the way to Michael Jackson to
Yep.
DMX.
Yeah.
We own all that. We don't own all that. We rent all that to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what messed the game up. So when it came down from the streaming strategy and it came down, they started championing the numbers so much. How many numbers you have, how many views you got, how many streams you got. I
Yeah.
got this many views, I got this many things.
Mm-hmm.
But then what they didn't realize is it was changing our mind around to knowing that, we ain't got no money
Yeah.
off of these views and off of these streams. So then the next step of that was like, all right, let's turn everybody's regular page and say on social media like Facebook, let's
Mm-hmm.
give them an opportunity to say they got a professional page now, so
Yeah.
they can earn money off their content. But
Yeah.
it's nothing but a trick to keep people coming to the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nothing that you could truly monetize on yourself, and people go crazy over that
Yeah.
because they don't know how to monetize themselves in a physical, tangible way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think the state of the Carolina hip hop scene overall has to start getting a toggle on is
Mm-hmm.
learning how to be um, humble enough and aggressive enough
Mm-hmm.
to have your own universe and world that you
Mm-hmm.
sell to the public.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a humbling thing when you go. People don't like to hear no, but it's very humbling whenever you go to a place that you're unknown at and you're sitting there and your music is playing and you're actually telling people, "Hey, come check me out,"
Mm-hmm.
and they turn you down. That's
Yeah.
what people don't want to deal with. See,
Yeah.
with streaming, they don't have to hear the no. They can
Mm-hmm.
only see the positives all the time, which is, oh, I got 100 streams today. Oh, I got
Right.
1,000 streams today.
Yeah.
But they don't never hear nobody say no until they go to the comment section.
Right. Yeah.
And then that might not even be real either. But
Right. Yeah.
the real interaction from people is what you really want. If you could convince somebody to spend $1 amount on anything, then they're more obligated to like you or don't like you at that moment because they spent money.
Yep.
J. Cole talks about this in one of those last interviews he just did.
Mm-hmm.
And like back in the day, people would have to spend $15, $17 for an album.
Yep.
And they either loved it or they hated on it
Yep.
because they had the right to hate on it if it was some boo boo.
Yeah.
Because they spent their $15 on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they also it filled their heart up to know I own this and I bought this and this is my whatever the artist is
Yeah.
project. And that's what it's going back to. It's just going to take a little bit for people to segue back to that thought process when it comes to sales.
Right. Yeah. I just feel like that being able to expose yourself to become relentless. Like if you can't go nowhere and be able to have like listen to people give you critiques about yourself, I think that's a thing that, well, that's probably like every artist and stuff like that. But being able to be critiqued or being coachable is those kind of things right there. I think that just hold artists down just and from like just overall like And then it's crazy how amazing an artist could be, but then you could see somebody say something, and then that take that person out of all of their artistry, and then it's just
Yeah,
like that. So you just gonna change up because of one person or three people or
yeah, yeah.
30 said one thing? Like, come on, man. Like, and it's like you gotta clip the ears and grow an extra layer of skin. And
Right.
I hate to say it like in a certain kind of way, cause I don't like offending people, but sometimes the message is the message, and then it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, we got a certain level of sensitivity about our music, and
Mhm.
then I think if we have a purpose, then that kind of um, alleviates all of that pressure that's put on us when it comes to, yeah, we go. And up next we got Draquan. Yeah, I ain't really getting too much nervous, but I'm anxious to the point where I'm anticipating, like, dang man, what if I don't do it? Am I gonna deliver like I practice? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That kind
yeah,
of thing like that. Yeah.
yeah. The critique thing is very like subjective to. Like I agree with you on you have to develop that tough skin,
Mm-hmm.
but that part of it is only on. That's a problem with North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
That part of it is only in the community of creation that you
Mm-hmm.
can that that you would have to. Some people sought out for critique,
Yeah.
and I really don't agree with sorting out for critique unless it's something credible
Yeah.
that may be potentially going to invest in you or something like that.
Yeah.
Then of course they have to like it as if a fan would like it. But I
Right.
think whenever you're creating and you create it from your heart or what you want and you really putting your heart and soul into it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that going to take it to somebody to say if it's good or bad is the
Mm-hmm.
necessary way,
Right.
because I think the people that you selling it to, they supposed to figure out if it's good or bad, and then you live with that. But
Yeah.
I think going to someone before you release something, what you think about this and what you think about that, unless it's your team
Yeah.
or somebody who put some money behind you to say
Right.
yeah your name with stuff,
Yeah. I get you on that.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But some people, but we a lot of Carolina artists, they do a rack of reviews and stuff like that in order to hear good things about something that they're not gonna sell to people after
Mm,
the fact.
that's
They
crazy.
they only want the review, and
Mm,
then they stop at the review,
yeah.
and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's crazy, man.
my opinion, I'm
That's
thinking that
being though. Yeah. That's
my
be that happens.
yeah, but
Mm,
my opinion is like get your reviews. I'm cool with the review, but don't go OD
mm-hmm.
because then you're looking for validation at that point. But
Yeah.
we're not here for validation. We're
Mm-hmm.
here for selling our product.
See, now that's a thing too. That's a big thing right there. And I don't know, man. Sometimes when I release a project, we dropped a mixtape on March the 10th called Life, a Journey Through Space and Time. And they this previous song I had where I put this one bar in there, and then it just ever since I have thought about like what it is to put out music, I always thought about this. I said, only way you get in these verses is if they hot to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right,
a
right, right.
it's like
I
a no,
agree.
like you gotta know. So I could ask somebody like my closest people, yo, what you think about this and stuff like that, because they are part of the listening process. You know,
Hmm.
it's like something somewhere else. Oh, I know this. Oh, like off of Life. Shout out to my cousin Fred G. You can tell the way I walk. I ain't from around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind
Right.
of thing. So like that, and I think you was talking about in our other conversation. You said the melting pot, melt music.
Yeah, yeah. That's the sound of
Mm-hmm.
that's the sound of the 910 region
Yeah.
of North Carolina, and really it's the sound of kind of a lot of parts of North Carolina, but
Mm-hmm.
it specifically comes from the 910 region.
Yeah.
Um, we always said that we're a melting pot,
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't see anybody disagreeing with that. That's what we do is melt music.
Yeah.
Um, we are a variety and a smorgasbord full of a lot of styles in one. that's
Mm-hmm.
that's originated in this part of the South.
Yep.
And it's like that's why they, people want to say, like they say we in the Middle East, or they'll say we Southeast, or quite naturally, but that's not defining our sound.
Mm-hmm.
People want to say East so they can get their little New York in.
Right. Yeah.
You don't gotta say that no more in this day and time. That's all people did back in the day. Is like they'll say we in the Middle East because yes, we quite naturally geographically of the United States of America, we are in the Middle East. But I mean, so is Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So what we talking about? You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like so is Georgia. So is
Right.
Florida. Well, not Florida, but so is
Yeah.
Georgia
Mm-hmm.
and Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much. And see,
Yeah.
people don't have nothing to back up. But what I say with melt music, our region is the champion because of the military, because we had so many influence, because of
Mm-hmm.
the artists that came in and took all our money that was major that come from all different regions of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being the only thing that we had, we never had anybody until Cole came around in the 910
Yeah.
and being went major. We had a lot of influences from a lot of areas.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, you might hear and all of us have the southern thing. It's just
Mm-hmm.
some have more than others.
More than
And
others.
that's
Yeah.
just the dialect. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Even the guys who try to rap like they from New York and East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
totally East Coast, they still, even J. Cole still has southern in him. Because when
Yep.
he goes to New York, he does not sound like a New Yorker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're able to get on anything. And we were able to get on any part of production from all the way to West Coast beats, New
Mm-hmm.
York boom bap beats,
Mm-hmm.
drill beats.
Yeah.
We can go UK, whatever we can do it in an hour, whatever you want.
Word
And
up.
we can sing and rap. We have multiple cadences. We're able to get on anything in the entire world when it comes to music,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to rap music.
Yeah.
That's why it's melt music. We can melt on any track. We can melt
Yeah.
in any style. We can go in any studio and adapt to whatever the session is and come out and melt on that thing. It's melt
Yeah.
music. That's what we do. You listen to Cole last album. That wasn't
Mm-hmm.
nothing but melt music. He showed
Mm-hmm.
you many different styles all on one in a double CD. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
just what it is.
Crazy because like the artists that you do that you could just randomly pick somebody from the 910 like a Bo Bangs or like my shout out to the TY Malcolm Jamal even
Mhm.
J23 them just cats that I rock with but just to
Yeah.
see a different variety in what they can do like you just said like and all of them can just yeah we do that too or I could get on
Yeah.
that too or I got a record like that or yeah I got a record like that and then
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about it. And then it's like instead of like us like honing in on that, sometimes we'll just turn that other eye and be looking at what somebody else got going on.
And that's why
Yeah.
and that's why by being, especially me being an OG of the game, I've been studying that for a while. And the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that was missing is a name for it.
Yeah.
But now we have one. It's melt
Yeah.
music. So
Yeah.
when people ask, man, y'all ain't got no style. Yes, we do got a style.
Yeah.
We do melt music. What's melt music? Are we able to melt on anything? We can get on anything.
Like that show Forge Their Fire.
Mm-hmm.
They'll melt down a certain kind of metals and stuff like that to make that blade. And then
Yeah,
that's how sharp it is and if it's gonna cut and stuff like that.
that's right. That's right.
That's exactly what you're talking about. So
That's
like
right, bro.
so how do we as artists on the Carolina music scene build more confidence and like capitalize on the styles that we can access?
I think what it is with Carolina artists, since we have to do what history done to us.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go out like history. Everybody from every region came in and got our money.
Yeah.
So now we must be the thief in the knife. We must be Robin Hood. We must come into their regions and steal all of their fans.
Okay. Okay.
Because they taught us how to be on a West Coast beat. They taught us how to be on a East Coast beat. They taught us
Yeah.
how to be on a Southern New Orleans, Atlanta beat. They taught us to be on all this stuff because they came and they took our money from us, you know what I'm saying? And then they left us high and dry. They didn't give us no executives. We had
Yeah.
to learn everything on our own.
Yeah.
They left, came, all that. They never came and gave us no executives, no A&Rs. They always came to rob our artists from the knowledge that we didn't know and rob our money. So now we must go into the world and get our money back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we basically, in a positive way, we just got to create a multitude of value in every region, and
Mm.
then stamp that. Yeah, we from the 910 North Carolina.
Right.
We from Rayford. We from
Yeah.
Fayetteville. We from Lumberton. Wherever, all over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it's like it's a thing where if we just kind of center ourselves on building this home field advantage, you know what I'm saying? Where when you, because you think about it, what was that team? The Seminoles, Florida State, back when they had Charlie Ward and Deion Sanders and all of them. That was home
Hmm.
field advantage. Or going into Gainesville trying to get you a dub back in the day. Home
Yeah,
field advantage. Or up there, go up there to Blacksburg, Virginia, try to beat the Mike Vick and them that defense of Virginia Tech. That was
yeah,
home field advantage. I
right.
think what we got to do as Carolina artists and anybody involved in the Carolina music scene, that go for media, that go for any kind of like apparel companies and all of that. We just build that home field advantage. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true.
And, what
Because we got to
Avon
build.
what
Because
Avon tell Stringer Bell, stop playing them away games. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
Yeah,
right. But the thing about it is we're gonna have to keep traveling out, but we
yeah,
do still
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
play. We still gotta play, like you say, home
yeah,
field advantage,
yeah,
because everybody from out of town is finding us as having the best real estate now.
yeah, yeah.
So now you got, like, different people from the out of towners, so knowing that, okay, Cole is killing it. Cole done put this place on the map crazy.
Yeah.
We gotta go see what they're about. Now you seeing people come
Mm-hmm.
in.
Yeah.
And you had, like what's our boy? Sauce Walker came in, got
Yeah.
two stores in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah.
was in Fayetteville last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think doing maybe tonight doing a show.
Yeah.
Because they see everybody outside is seeing the this is some good real estate over here.
Mm-hmm.
Some good money out here. Some
Mm-hmm.
good, they might not know how to do this. Let's go ahead and take it from them. So
Yeah.
now, instead of taking it and leaving, now they about to take it and stay
Yeah. Yeah.
and do to us what they tried to do to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? As a city.
Yeah.
They're gonna come to Fayetteville, and this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna send a lot of money to Fayetteville. They're gonna send a lot of executives to Fayetteville, and they're gonna take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't watch it, they're gonna move off like the thief in the night.
Yeah.
So we gotta go ahead and prepare our infrastructure. That's what you mean,
Yeah.
home field advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Advantage, yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like we gotta do that, because if we don't, and we don't build our structures within,
Mm-hmm.
then we're gonna be like subjected to some terrible stuff out, and we don't want that.
Yeah, because like if you man, you think about like the standards that exist in the music industry already, like the certain kind of templates that they are trying to throw out for you, or the certain kind of things that you supposed to quote unquote do, and then quote unquote invest in yourself. You know those kind of things, like, and that's the kind of, well, that's for artists everywhere. They always like kind of like vultures and people that prey on artists and stuff like that, that try to get those kind of things from an artist, like the Ray Daniels and the Boom Man AE. Like he was talking about, yeah, you ain't in the music business, but I ain't never say you didn't do music business. And then they was just talking about that discussion and stuff like that. And he was
Yeah,
like, hey man, some of that stuff, man, I don't know, like, cause he charged the artist for a consultation
yeah.
and everything after that too. And then Ray
Mhm.
was like, "Hey man, come on, man, something, you can't do that like that all the time." So like those kind of things, we gotta watch out for that. Keep a watchful eye.
Yeah.
What you say? Keep an eye open, like
Yeah, you gotta
CBS.
keep an eye open.
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
But one thing's for sure, man. Like with that conversation with the Ray Daniels and the Boom Man, I'm kind of torn
Yeah,
with that, because it's two sides to
yeah.
look at.
It is. It is.
It's two sides to look at. Like, okay, if you do got the connections that Boom Man does have,
Right.
and a lot of people in the music industry, well, not in the music, a lot of people in the underground, hopefuls that want to
Mhm.
do music,
Yeah.
they're not always the most credible people.
Right.
So they can waste your time all the time. So how many time you gonna waste on folks until you go broke?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
See, Ray coming from the high industry perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Boom Man's coming from the underground industry perspective.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
why he said what he said. That's why
Yeah.
Ray said, I ain't say you didn't do industry
Right.
business,
Yes. Yes, sir.
but you're not in the music industry,
Mm-hmm.
which means none of us are in the music industry if it goes on that definition.
If it,
Because
yeah.
in order to be in the music industry, and
Mm-hmm.
Ray isn't either at this point. He
Mm-hmm.
does, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In order to be in the music industry, you got to be with the biggest labels, and,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to be doing business with them. Now, Ray probably doing a lot of writing stuff with that,
Uh-huh.
but as far as like he tells his own story that they won't let him in the music industry because he knows too much. So then, how you gonna turn right around and chastise Boom Man for the same thing they chastise you for?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean? Only
think
difference
that,
is
that
he
he
didn't want to be a part of his business model and make him look like he's taking money from people that or whatever that could potentially come back and maybe hurt Boom Man some kind of way because of
that,
bad business. Look what we just saw with Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty. What's
that's
the
crazy.
difference?
I don't even know if that's true, man. Go up, Mr.
I mean,
Interstellar.
yeah, but anybody can get touched, bro.
That's crazy.
If
Dang.
you think about it, if we naturally come and think we about to do a regular business or a meeting, and
Yeah.
it's really a setup,
Mm.
and that's your artist, you don't
Yeah.
know.
You wouldn't expect it.
Wasn't
Dang.
expected.
Mm. Dang.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that that, that make you see that alone make you not want to fool with some of these cats.
Yeah, and then it's like it's like you got to do a vetting process or something because you don't I mean honestly you don't even want to put them people in that kind of position to feel like that's where they got to do that's the only thing they could do to get they whatever they think they could get back or become whole again on, and that's the only way
Yeah.
they can do it. That's tough, man. That's tough.
Well, I mean, and then we don't even know the ins and full outs of everything.
Yeah, yeah,
He might have been just an artist that's trying to be greedy for something that he didn't spend no money on to make himself be.
yeah, yeah,
Artists get delusional.
yeah. And
They'll get to the point where
that's
they
why
think like,
I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't know your take on the Ray Daniels on the radar report or that right there. So that's interesting that you brought
well,
that up.
Ray, I love Ray, man. I love his perspectives overall. Like, I don't have no problem with a lot of his perspectives. He teaches well. He's a
Mm-hmm.
brilliant guy. I want to go on his show.
Yeah,
Um, but I do have that opinion about him and the Boom Man conversation
yeah,
because
yeah,
you also have to like protect yourself when you get to that area of your time. And all Boom Man, I think, doing whether he did people right, wrong, or whatever,
yeah,
what's the actual wrong with charging for services to be consulted? What's wrong with that when lawyers do it every day?
yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah,
That's why I look at artists. They be like, "Oh, Boom Man did me wrong. Boom Man." Especially a lot of these jokers, man. Boom Man ain't did y'all wrong. You did yourself wrong for going to Boom Man.
okay, all right, okay, man, you just full circled it, yo, man. I like how
That's
you
just like
think,
that's the same way why artists when they say, "Man, I was in a bad contract." How's it bad when you signed it?
yeah, that's crazy, man. You can't let desperation change your destination, man. You
Yeah.
can't.
Then they
Yeah,
come
that's
back
a lot of money.
after.
What was I supposed to do, Dre? That was a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Then when they bought their Bentleys and all, they come back and they like, "Oh man, hey, where my money at? What you mean where your money at?
yeah,
You was in the studio. You spent our money on that studio. You spent all that money on all the drugs you got. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Everything you wanted. You went and bought that car off our money. You know what I mean? This is a loan. And
yeah.
now you in the red, and now you mad because you ain't getting paid. But we gotta get our money back, brother.
We got to do something. We got, yeah,
Whoever
yeah.
whoever fronted you a pack and say you don't owe them no more.
Nah, I don't know. That don't happen like that. That don't
So
happen like that.
that's what I mean. Like, what we talking about? Like,
Yeah,
what we talking about? That's what they got when you get with these major labels. It's nothing but the same thing. They giving you a lifestyle and a livelihood to
yeah,
sustain and keep creating. But one thing people got to remember is when you sign to a company like that, or any company, it ain't gotta be a music label. We gonna keep it music. When you
yeah.
sign to a music company, you own the rights. You own your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Your creativity is a service
Yeah.
to people.
Mm-hmm.
Once you sign that contract, your service becomes a product to the person you signed to.
Yep.
Which means you don't own a lot of that no more.
Mm-hmm.
So all the tripping about, well, he won't even release my music, he won't even come out. That's because your music's not owned by you. The only way you can own your music wholeheartedly is you put your money up for your music.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah.
But how do you expect you want somebody to put $5-10 million into you, and then you don't want them to get nothing?
That's a lot of money, man. Ooh.
I don't understand that.
Mm.
That's where the confusion comes in there. Now, do
Yeah.
I agree with artists should get what they're owed and what they're signed? Yes.
Yeah.
But what did you sign?
Right.
And then also, when you get into a new contract situation, how much leverage do you, it's in any business, how much leverage do you actually have in the marketplace to demand money?
Right.
Because some guys is coming off the street with just talent and no money.
Yeah.
So now these guys supposed to make you hot,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you're gonna cry about them paying you what you think you own because you think you're getting paid off of the fame that you got now that they created.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they got to get paid off what they created.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get paid off of what you created.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The only thing you created was a couple of tunes on a microphone.
Yeah.
Whoop de doo.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think like just being in any situation where you sign something and you can't release music, you can't do nothing else, or you can't. I mean, I don't know. Like it's something. I mean, maybe it's in there contractually and stuff like that where you can't work on other stuff. You can't do that right there. But if
Well,
that contract, that's something that need to be watched. Yeah.
we think about it like this. Now, let's bring it down to simpler things, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're working, let's say you're on salary. Okay, let's bring it down to radio. I remember in radio, right? If you worked at 104, you couldn't. Well, if you worked at Foxy, you couldn't
Okay.
work at a station nowhere near there. You couldn't do nothing with a
Right.
station nowhere near there
Right.
because you work at Foxy.
Yeah.
They're protecting their brand,
Mm-hmm.
and it was stuff like that, and vice versa. They, 104 didn't want you to do that kind of stuff either
Mm-hmm.
because it's a mix of brand.
Yeah.
So when a label artists look at this crazy. That's why if you are artists that always want to put and stay independent and don't get no money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a big money behind you that you put up
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
But why? Like, think about it. If somebody, and I've dealt with this, somebody signed to Wood Boy. Let's just say hypothetically, somebody signs to Wood Boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting this money up, and I have a certain plan in my head on how I'm gonna release this person on the highest level possible.
Yeah.
And I want to preserve that certain release to the point where it's the biggest when that time comes, right?
Okay, I got you.
So then now you got said artists, man, you don't never want to bring my joint out. Man, I'm tired of being with them. They don't work hard enough for me. And how you know it ain't no bigger plan for you to explode at some point because it's building
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
So now you get burnt by artists like that. Now the next artist that come around, I gotta
Yeah.
put a clause in my contract. You can't bring out no music till I tell you to bring out music that we release.
Yeah.
Because when you
Okay.
bring out music, you killing your value, and we could have brought out the best shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why some people need to be on a leash from doing stuff, even from themselves.
Okay.
Because we all know that humans ourselves, we don't have the best doggone thoughts about our own self. If
So
that's
okay.
the case, then when it comes to eating, niggas wouldn't be fat
Mm-hmm.
because they'll know how to reserve their eating habits to where they won't get like that. We don't.
Okay.
We got freedom. We got free will.
Yeah. Yep.
Free will is not always the best will though.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
know what I mean? That's why though.
Yeah, I see that now because it's like you want to protect your investment. I get
Mhm.
that, and then also it's there is no more artist development like and stuff like that. Like being like, and
Right.
I think it would be like a shock to them if they find out that they was on the shelf because they have developed or progressed to a certain amount of time or whatever contractually and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
that would be a shocker to them.
Excuse me.
But rather
Yeah.
than just like, yo, you know what? We waiting on this time right here to put this out, you know. So I can see that now. I see that. I see that right.
It's a system, man. Like,
Yeah.
you play sports, you play, ball and shit. You play football, basketball, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we got a leader. It's the coach. The coach has a field leader, which is in football a quarterback, and basketball is a point guard. His message goes to the point guard or the quarterback. Yep. The quarterback saying he's the bugle horn to facilitate and direct everything. It's like, So how about, okay, I want to get it down. Let's say basketball. I want to get it down to my center. I tell the point guard I want to get it down to my center on the block, right?
Yeah.
So what if it was like, get it down? I'm dribbling up. I get it down. I'm trying to do what the coach tells me to do. The center, he's another artist. Now the center, he's over there in the corner, ready to shoot a three.
Oh, no.
He's supposed to be on the block. Well, no, I just feel like, y'all don't ever let me do what I want to do. So I'm just going to try to release my own thing and shoot my own shot. But that ain't the system of this company, which is the team.
Yeah.
You got to run like a team and a system in a company. It's the same thing with music, especially if you commit to that. If you commit to the company, which is signing, and you commit to the terms that was agreed on the paperwork, then you have to facilitate that.
Yeah.
It's not bad until it's... Now, is it maybe bad? Like, I don't know if they ever going to bring me out. The only time it gets bad is because when people put their personal feelings involved and they actually hanging their nuts over you on some shit like some, some you didn't do, like, especially with the females. You ain't come to the office and do what you got to do with me, so I ain't gonna bring you out, man. That's bad.
Yeah, that ain't right.
If it ain't business, it's bad. But if it's business, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And that's the blurred line and the fault between shit. Even with niggas, they'll get upset and just executives will get upset and just like not do stuff because of their feeling.
Yeah.
But if you don't put feelings involved and it's just straight strategic business and you're just waiting for a certain time and certain you can't get mad at that. But a lot of artists ain't even thinking about that. They just mad because they can't bring their new single out that they recorded in the studio last week that ain't mixed. They can't bring it out in the next week or today.
Yeah.
Because they so hungry. Well, I want people to hear it. That goes back to want people to hear it turns into I want more views. I want people to stream it. And then it falls all the way back to our original conversation.
Yeah.
No money involved because you didn't build enough to gain money.
Yeah.
And then you need money if you're an underground artist to leverage yourself into, let's say you like I do the 1,000 album challenge I was telling you about. After I sell that 1,000, I take that money, I create more credit with the money so it can give me more funding. That's a whole nother side of the business.
Yep.
And then once I create that, let's say I make $10,000, $20,000, I was selling 1,000 of my albums.
Yeah.
Then I turn that $10,000, $20,000 into 100,000, 150,000.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can play on. All right, let me invest in some radio. Which everything. Here's a rule for the people though. Everything that people say don't do when it comes to like strategic things that's old in the industry, do it.
I've been noticing that too.
You got to do it. Now,
you don't need to do that. You
don't need to do radio. Radio. Don't nobody listen to the radio no more. And why ain't went out of business yet then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody, man, you wasting your money getting a rap van and all that, and getting your face on the van. Well, then why Walmart's got 18 wheelers with their damn logo on the side?
Yeah, for real. That billboard, man. What, man? What you getting a billboard for, man? Nobody knows that, man. Look at that. Enjoy your man.
Come on, man. The analytics is crazy too. People don't understand. I got a website attached to my billboard, and people, random, strangers come up and look at it like, who is this?
Yep.
You want to create an eyesore. You don't want to blend in.
Yeah. Okay.
And the more you spend into making yourself be seen and known, the more return you get.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's how I go. But you gotta start somewhere, and you gotta make the money to make more attention to make more financial situation to put more into your company.
Oh yeah, man. That's that right there, dog. I'm talking about, man. You knowledgeable, bruh. You know how to relate to people. You break it down to earth. You know what I'm saying? You want to just
Mhm.
down on people. You don't turn your nose up. And I just like the way your energy just comes out through us over this platform, man. And I thank you for that, man. Like this
Yeah, I
kind
appreciate you, bro,
right here.
for giving me the platform to speak on.
And cause this something we've been talking about, cause it's been a thing that's been going on, like the state of the Carolinas when it comes to the music. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
think this is something that needed to happen. Yo, like we
Well,
got to, man.
and if we speak a little briefly on that particular situation, let's switch gears and speak on the fan perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's what doesn't be talked about a lot
Okay,
because there,
let's go.
it's like if you're in a Carolina person, especially in our area, 910 area, if you're
Mm-hmm.
in our face, we don't believe that you're nothing
That's
because we see you,
yeah,
and that's not right. We have to jump hurdles to be known by our own people when we're right there in their face. But it's a thin line.
mm-hmm.
It's a thin line with that. But I would say the consumers have to start knowing about the community, and that might be our fault that we haven't promoted our community enough to them.
Yeah,
Because, and I think it is a lot of our fault. We're more so trying to rap for rappers and
yeah,
promote the
that kind
rappers
of thing. Yeah, yeah,
instead of inviting people who don't even do this at all.
right. Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm gonna cut you off real quick because like when we doing our thing, and yeah, we popular around the world with it and stuff like that, but we can't come home,
Yeah,
man. That wouldn't sit well with me, man. Man, I'll let some of that stuff go, bro. Like
yeah.
I'm doing my thing and I ain't got it where I can come back home. I can't come back on Pine Street. What I'm doing, man.
Now,
I'm
you talking about in the sense of your artistry, or you just talking in
yeah,
the sense of just coming home naturally? Like,
yeah, but like you were saying, like if I mean if you can see me, then that mean that I ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
if
see what you're saying.
I could rock around the world, I'm coming back home. You know what I'm saying? So like
Well, see,
that's the thing. Like
that part
that
only
is
plays true, bro. It only plays true to now. If you already rocking around the world and you got to know notoriety, they
mm-hmm.
gonna love you.
Yeah,
You got to do that first, though. That's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
You got to do that first in order for them to love you last. We
Mm-hmm.
love our people last here. That's the disconnect. We
Yeah,
don't love our people first and then let the world love them.
yeah. And
That's
then
the
say, oh
disconnect.
yeah, that's oh yeah, I went to school with him. Yeah, man, I remember him from the street and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You ain't never say, yo, what's good? Hey, yo, how you living? You ain't do none of that. But yeah, man, I know him.
yeah.
Man,
Because
it's
they only value somebody that seems like they're untouchable.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the only way they value people in our area, even to the slightest degree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like with Cole. Cole was living in Fayetteville for his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared that he was who he was gonna be
Mm-hmm.
until he became outside to other people who he's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moray too. Moray wasn't Moray until Moray gained the attention to outside people. Then the hometown loved him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that opens up a conversation too. As artists,
Mm-hmm.
do we hold that against them though? Do we hold that
No,
against the people?
no, we don't. We don't because like that, the history of music was like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We think that we supposed to be known in our area like that, but that's not necessarily true. Because
Mm-hmm.
everybody look at the history. Most people, most companies got known in another region before they got known in their own region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. Like, look at the history of it.
Yeah.
You know, there's very few people that sold right in their area and then maximized up
That.
from that. The
Yeah.
only the only company I might say that naturally did that was maybe like your Cash Monies
Mm-hmm.
and your like where I'm down here in Atlanta, like a Big Oomp when he was running.
Yeah.
It's like, but in order for the world to know, when here's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
Here's a crazy catch-22. When you do get known in your hometown so crazy, because I see South Carolina deals with this a lot. So if you want to know the answers, South Carolina deals with the opposite of what North Carolina deals with.
Speak on that. What you mean by that?
And that's crazy. That's why we should work as a whole North South Carolina thing.
Yeah.
Because then you get the best
Right.
of both
Yeah.
situations. What I mean by that is, if you're a South Carolina artist, you're gonna be known in your hometown. You're gonna be known crazy in your hometown. You're gonna get shows booked in your hometown. You're gonna get people buying your shit. All that in your hometown easily.
Yeah.
If you do your work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, opposite of that, North Carolina. You can be the most known person. We can name off a lot of names in our own area. It don't mean nothing until somebody else knows you.
Yeah.
You can't really sell your stuff like that. People are not authentic to buy into you like that much. It takes too much, right?
Yeah.
Opposite of that, we get known. We get known. If a North Carolina person gets on, we get known crazily throughout the world on a major side. Ridiculously known. Petey Pablo, the baby, all them.
Yeah.
Oh, right. All right, boom. You're a South Carolina artist. That nationwide thing is hard to come by. You just known locally. You just known in your state. You don't get that major notoriety like that and nationwide thing that people love you for.
Yeah.
So we're two sides of a different coin, North South Carolina. Two business models. If you're an underground nigga, go down there and grind in South Carolina and make your money.
Yeah.
You want to go major? Come up to North Carolina and get your connections. But you should work North Carolina and South Carolina like it's one Carolina. And if you do that, you'll get everything you need to take over the world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's just what it is. I advise any artist from North Carolina or South Carolina to work the whole Carolinas as a whole. Don't even look at it separate no more. Take your time to grind your year out from North and South Carolina cities alone. And then your Georgias, your Tennessees, your Virginias, your Floridas. But if you get if we look at it as one Carolina, because I see a lot of memes and a lot of videos on North Carolina versus South Carolina, and it's all jokes and stuff. It's cool because they clown us, we clown them for the different stuff. But when we work together as one Carolina, then if you're an underground artist, that's going to be your benefit.
Right.
Totally, it's going to be your benefit because it's two different systems. Now you might be popping up here. You might be popping up here and you don't get that many shows. You ain't get that many going on. Not outside of open mics. You might be popping though. But to get popping in South Carolina, you're going to get your show money. You're going to get all that money. You're going to start going crazy.
Yeah.
Then you take that money. I would take that money and then I'll get my North Carolina radio campaigns. That way, why? Because North Carolina respects if you're on the radio. North Carolina respects if you in a bigger platform situation outside of them. So you can use the South Carolina money you make it underground to build your North Carolina campaigns, and then now you are everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta do it. Think about it, dog. I like how you think about it, man. I'm talking about, bro, like this is the deep discussion that I think we needed as artists and people that run labels, people that stand around and listen to music, fans of music, you know what I'm saying? Or even just people that just casual listeners, or I don't really like that kind of stuff, but if that song come on, I like it. Or I don't like really too many rappers and stuff like that, but I like that guy right there. So like that's surrounding it just can pick up on this message right here, man.
Yeah, man. And you just gotta promote. You gotta make sure you're promoting outside of our music industry. Promote to the regular people, and don't be bamboozled by you popping to your people in the music business that you around.
Yeah.
Get the regular people on your side, and you win. And they're all over the place. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
The people who don't know nothing about me or you. You know what I'm saying? That's who you gotta get.
Right.
And they're at the gas station up the street right now.
Yeah. They go right with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how them people. I don't know how them, Dre. I don't know all of them either. They know me somehow. You know what I'm saying? Up to them, yo. How y'all doing today? You know, that's all it takes. Like they taught us that. They taught us that, man. They taught us that. Speak to everybody when you come in. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got campaign like the president, man.
Right.
That's one
For,
thing people don't understand. If you pushing anything, you got a campaign like the president
for
when he
real.
trying to win that election, man.
Yep.
No
Yeah.
matter if you like them or don't like them, the different ones that we've had in the past and the current one we got now. One thing the brothers did is campaign so hard that they won the game,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
If you study that side of it, then you'll be able to understand how to get your name out there. It's right there in front of our face every day of the week.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it is, man. Talking about like turn a disagreement into shaking 30 hands and then now I got 30 new friends off of
Yeah,
one disagreement. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It can happen. It can happen, yo. Just don't be
yeah,
close to it, bro. Dang. Oh
right.
yeah. So shoot, man, Grind.Music.Repeat, man. We got the Mutate God, man. I'm talking about like this show is full of information. Just I'm talking about independent artists, artists that's in the industry, upcoming artists, artists that work with other artists. Like we got something for you in this joint right here, man. The Mutate God that dropped the game on him, man. I'm talking about, bro. He got the new tape coming out, the new
About
album.
May the 9th. May the
Oh yeah,
9th.
made the knife. He rocking it.
OM3. Who's
And he
Music
got
3.
the pull up. You can pull up on him too.
Yeah, May the 9th.
You got the little
That is the release of it. That's where you get it from.
yeah,
Because it's not going on streaming platforms. It's only gonna be sold to my people.
yeah. I respect that, bro. I
You
respect
know
that.
what I mean?
Got the cartoon is out.
Right now. Mutate Network on YouTube. You put
Mm-hmm.
Mutate Network, Mutate Network on YouTube.
Yo,
And you can
yeah,
watch Welcome to Starland. You can see the
yeah,
fun adventures with Malik, his little
yeah.
brother Get It Cuz,
Mm-hmm.
his mom Mercedes, and his
Yeah,
dad Marlon, and also, all the characters and his friends that come with him, you know what I mean? In this theme park. But
yeah.
it's a wild adventure.
Oh yeah, man. And then one more time, tell them about that bundle that they get when they get the album. Yeah.
Well, see, when you get the album, it's three different tiers that you can get to. If you get the $300 tier,
Mm-hmm.
which is, you get 3 points off of the album when it's relaunched on streaming platforms. So you'll
Right.
be making money with your favorite artist, which is me.
Oh,
You
come
know what
on.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
The $200 pack, you get 2 points.
I
And the
like that.
$100 pack, you get 1 point. And it comes with different little things that come with it too. You get a
Yeah.
physical copy, you get a vinyl copy in the top tier and the mid tier,
Yeah.
different things like that. And then you can just you just come up and get the $10 album. You know what I'm saying at the pop up. But you
Mm-hmm.
can also and there's gonna be a digital download version of it available as well for the
Yeah.
people that's out of town that's not near me that can't get a physical. They still
Yeah.
can cop a digital download.
Right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm talking
Yep.
about, bro. It's like your media training is just amazing, bro. You just know where to plug them in and drop it off, bro. I like that, man. Mutate God, man. Yo, you got anybody you want to send some love to? Go ahead and send it to them.
I send love to my wife Diamond. She's overseas working on a movie right now,
Oh yeah,
working on a show. Shout out to her and
mm-hmm.
Uncle Chuck. Shout out to Uncle Chuck. Shout out to Rudy right here beside me, man. He doing his
What's good,
thing.
yo?
We about to get to work. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Shout out to the whole Wood boy, man. Teddy Bear.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's my guy. Uh, and everybody else who always support us and hold us down, man. And make sure y'all come. Everybody, we sending out invites.
yeah,
If you catch this, we'll probably put it up today.
yeah.
Sending out invites right now for the that all the people that love us to
Mm-hmm.
come and have fun with us on the release day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it's May night. So y'all, the people who hear this that they got an invite already, make sure
mm-hmm.
you RSVP it so we'll know and gauge how many it's gonna be in because it's at the radio station. So
Oh, okay.
we downtown. You know what I mean? But I mean, for people, especially my special people, like my media people, we will have something for y'all.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but like media people, they gotta check at the table though. They gotta
Yeah,
check in at the table. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got you, man.
Yeah.
I got and this is Grind.Music.Repeat, man. I'm talking about this conversation full of information, dog. Look at me rhyming. Hey, yo, man. Shout out to the people, man. Shout out to the Wood Boy Digital. Shout out to the Ville. Shout out to the whole 910, man. Shout out to the 252, that old 336. Shout out to North Carolina and South Carolina, baby.
There you go.
State of the Carolina music scene. Grind.Music.Repeat.
World Series law number one.